Here with Misty Meister, we're going to talk about how Vinton, Iowa is fucking corrupt and it's got to stop. I just want equality and world peace, and I'm sick of getting fucked over. And I'm sick of my friends getting fucked over and all the workers around the world. So I tried suing Dollar General for $550 billion because they fucked me over and were running 2% labor and fucked everyone over and everyone that works for them or has worked for them. They're one person unload a semi full of fucking like thousands and thousands of pieces, and then had my boss have a nurse ride with her to the doctor's appointment, or had a Dollar General worker with that went to her appointment, which is illegal for a HIPAA violation, but it was so they didn't have to pay her workman's comp. And everyone should look into their messages at all permissions because your phone has the option of sending and receiving text messages without you knowing, recording at any time, and making phone calls or no phone calls, or not receiving them. So look in your all permissions on your phone calls and everything else, because you're pretty much paying for someone else to use your phone, and who knows if your text messages are getting through to anyone. But anyway, here's Misty, and she's going to tell her story. Start with the tunnels.
Okay, so we bought a property that had the tunnels underneath in Vinton, and we found out after we started getting notices from the city that it was a nuisance and that he stopped us from doing any work on it because we were in the middle of putting all this new materials and stuff in it.
Because you wanted to start your own business,
Yeah,
right?
we were gonna start our own business and live in half and have the other half as our business. We put new walls up. We made it so that it was secure to the public. They turned around and condemned our property. Well, it was already in condemned status because it was supposed to be tore down 3 times when the previous owners had it, but that wasn't disclosed to us. So then they made us tear it down, and they made my mom,
Who's us?
me and my ex,
No, I mean, like, who made
and
you
my
tear
mom.
it down?
The city of Vinton, Blake
Like,
Hansen,
Who,
and
what Hanson?
Blake Hansen, the code enforcer, building inspector, and floodplain manager, whatever that may be.
Did anyone sign papers saying, or was it just him?
It was just him.
Blake Hanson. Okay.
And then, so then we tore the building down. We had panels that were sitting on that we had to take off our building, which, to back up, we had a structural engineer come in and deem it safe. Said that if we ran into any problems, that we would have to get another structural engineer to come in and do some more testing. But that's if we ran into problems. So anyway, they made us tear it down because Blake lied to the judge and tore down, and then they came
Who
and took
was
our
the judge? Because I thought it was a law that you couldn't even swear or lie under oath.
Yeah, you can't lie under oath, and you're supposed to.
So who was the judge?
I don't know. I can tell you if I looked at my paperwork. But they're supposed to, you're supposed to be given counsel to go into court. It's your right. And they didn't give us any counsel.
What's a counsel for those that don't know?
Lawyer, an attorney. Somebody
Oh,
to
like a
represent
court-appointed attorney?
you. Somebody to represent you, yeah.
Someone to defend you and represent you to the best of their ability?
Yep.
Or you have the right to request another one?
Yep. So when the city started screwing with us, my ex was under a lot of stress anyway and lost his shit and beat me
Who's
up
your
all the
ex?
time. Matt Kendall.
The one you're with now?
Yeah. But I get it. It was stress. Like the stress from the city caused Joe, the guy up at the seed plant, to die. Yeah, because they had him under so much stress. But anyway, they
Seed
made
plant?
the seed plant, the one across from, oh my god, by the river, Celebration Park,
The one that has Jenna Wheeler's grandpa on there?
maybe Celebration
Like the
Park.
canning thing?
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
So
okay.
anyway, after I got beat up, the cops came to my house.
What cops?
The old Mexican guy. It was the old Mexican cop. Anyway, they came to my house after a guy tried to push his way into my dad's house, and my 8-month pregnant daughter was behind me, and my dad that just had a stroke was blind in the living room, and this guy came over and we told him not to be there before, and he pushed in the door, hit me with it, and they took me to jail over it. Because I opened the door and I punched him. And
Well, I
he
think
didn't
you
get
have a
that.
right to do that if someone breaks into your property anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, I went to jail for it. My ring got stolen, and they wouldn't let me press charges on the people doing it.
Your ring got stolen by who?
Quentin McNeil and Aaron Smith Sambo.
You know that for sure?
Yep, I do. And oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, I
Well,
know.
they need to give it back.
The 3 months later, Quentin was engaged. It was a $10,000 ring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Maybe I should do that.
then
Just kidding. I wouldn't do
the
that.
other day, or a couple months ago, I noticed that my storefront had been stolen, and
What's the storefront?
it's the windows and the windows.
Oh, that you those
The glass.
expensive ones?
Yeah.
How much are they?
Are like $9,000.
A piece?
I know for the set. It's like the two glass windows that go on the side, and then the two glass doors.
And that was to go to your new business you were setting up.
Right. We had
That-
everything on this property, everything there, on site to restore this building. Then they took all that, and we had to scrap it.
They did the same thing to Jim Gill.
Yeah, they did. And to the Osborns, they stole all their yard ornaments. They raided their yard ornaments. Well,
Oh my
okay, and
fucking
then
god.
okay, so my storefront, Brian Lord, the guy that owns Golf Right, stole it. Then when I confronted him about it, he said, "You gave that to me." I said, "I would have never gave that to you. We paid $7,000, $7,500 for it, and that's what I want for it." And he said, "What were you going to do with it anyways?" Well, that right there is he admitted he stole it.
Right.
Then when the cops, so I called and reported to the cops. Cops took the report. Then when they stopped back over to my house because they didn't have a phone, they talked to my ex or my boyfriend now, and he went and made a deal with Brian Lord, the owner, because he didn't know what was really going on. I hadn't talked to him. He hadn't been home from work. And so the cop had him call Brian Lord, and they made a deal, but he didn't really know what was going on, that Brian had stolen. And now they won't let me press charges on Brian Lord for stealing my stuff. Well, I don't get to go to the store, steal something, and if I get caught, say, "Here's $3, we're good, right?" I don't
Yeah,
get to do
there was a
that.
guy who just went to jail overnight for supposedly stealing jeans from Tyson's. So,
Yeah.
and that's worth what? Probably $5 compared to the fucking glass windows they stole from you.
Yeah.
And then the cops said it was okay and you can't press charges as long as he pays you $500.
Yeah.
That's fucking discrimination.
It's discrimination. The East School's still standing. This place, it's falling down, literally. If you drive by, you see the bricks falling.
Oh, by that
My house,
babysitter?
by my house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Doolan's.
No, it's Deborah owns it.
Well, I know,
Oh,
but
did.
the behind Doolan, so the babysitter Doolan has all the
Oh, yeah,
kids.
yep. They let him build
Yeah,
it.
because it was going to
Child
cost a lot
playground.
because there was asbestos in it and shit.
Yep. But
And
so was ours.
Yeah.
We had to tear ours down.
Yeah, and pay for it.
Yep.
They got a grant from the government to do it.
Yeah.
And still haven't.
Yep. Well, Danny Vaughn in 2018 said it would take him 2 weeks to get this place up to code. 2 weeks. And this is 2025. And it still looks the same.
What's going on, Danny?
So, and they're still letting him buy shit.
Yeah,
He's not made to tear it down. It's been, it's condemned, so it should be $725 a day after the deadline, which is 3 months after you start.
I wonder if the code enforcer has something to do with it.
Well, yeah, of course he did. Because Danny's got money. And a big name in this town, so, that's what they do. If you
So
got
do the
money,
Elwicks.
or you're sucking somebody's dick in this town, then you're good.
Yeah, in the bottoms up movement I'm in, we call them Zionist cocksuckers. It's a small group of people that think they're better than everyone else. Kind of like the sewer plant renovation, how they got money from the government to redo that, and our water bills and electric bills have been going up, and that was the excuse. But yet Bud Maynard's the one that had the business bidded to him, and he has a company supposedly out of Amana, and he has a project in Cedar Rapids, a project everywhere, and it does underground tunnels, and you can't go to the blind school. And as soon as I brought up AmeriCorps was fucking like involved in maybe sex trafficking or something, they get kicked out, and Trump stops funding them supposedly. And Rick Primer, the Benton County supervisor guy, that slapped the girl on the ass and still was able to be Benton supervisor. I emailed the courthouse lady and I said, why does he or why is he able to sell the lots by the blind school when it was sold to AmeriCorps for $1? And Chris Ward, the city administrator, said they were going to turn it into apartments during the derecho. And
for the needy, right? Or for the
for like low income people.
yeah.
Or the ones that had the apartments tore down from what the fuck?
The ones out by the school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Imperial.
And they never did. And I said, remember we went up to AmeriCorps and we asked them what they were doing?
Yep.
And like, why don't they help people around the community?
Right. Yeah.
And we got kicked off.
Yep.
And told to leave.
When we asked them what all the high-tech security was about, because we asked them if the people were willing to be there, and they told us yeah. And so what's all the high-tech security about? Right then the security guard appeared and was like, you guys need to go.
Yeah. They have like 50 vans there, but never use them.
Yep. Yep.
It's just...
The people never leave anymore.
Yeah.
You don't see them out on the town anymore.
And everyone should download the blind annual report off the ebook store, a Google Play Store. It's free. It's kind of creepy. It says the superintendent had sexual relations with these blind kids to see how their senses were, quote unquote, supposedly. I didn't read the book itself, but that's what it said online. And they have a refrigeration unit downstairs in the basement. There's a baseball field down there. Every tunnel leads to every downtown business. Supposedly the cop in the car wash killed himself, but I think he was murdered because there was a money situation going on. I don't really know.
Where was that?
This is years ago.
Oh, shit.
And it was in that car wash down by,
Viking?
yeah.
No shit. I didn't know that.
So, well, the story was he killed himself because he got caught stealing from these businesses downtown, or did he catch someone and they killed him,
Yep.
and to keep him quiet?
Yep.
Because if you look up Myrtle Cook and the KKK, how she had hundreds of people at her funeral, well, apparently she was trying to start a bottoms-up movement to end the alcohol prohibition, like to end alcohol because it was causing abuse in families and causing physical violence and emotional violence, and she just wanted it, to stop, and she got murdered.
Oh, wow.
That's why I put on my Facebook, like, if I go missing,
Yep.
someone killed me, and if
Me too.
I end up dead, it's not from suicide or overdosing.
Well, they hired a...
So you better do a fucking autopsy
Oh, yeah.
and have somebody have it be out of town, because Chris Ward was brought here and he was embezzling in the middle of a case, getting charged, and the guy that had a defense against him ended up dead.
In a weird accident.
Yeah, and this is all online. You can look it up. Then
And then so they had to dismiss the case. So, yeah, I'm sure he's not embezzling now, so I'm sure that scared him straight.
yeah, and when Benton was asked about it, they said no comment.
Yeah. But they're supposed to be transparent.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. We should know who the fuck they're hiring.
yeah, and they bring in the public only 2 out of the 4 meetings they have a month, and they won't even let me comment on the YouTube video that it's supposed to be live.
Because it's so...
Well, they're so about the public yet, they won't let the public have a voice.
Yeah,
And they cut it down to 2 minutes when you go there. So, like, we have to all go and read a script, a 2-minute script, and each person needs to read it until we get our fucking voices across, or we got to stop paying the fucking water bill and electricity bill. And then what are they going to do? Because it all should be free anyway, because God gave it to us for free.
Dude, Jay hasn't even lived in her house for the last month. $825 bill. It was only supposed to go up 3% over the next 2 years.
Do you know the city workers can barely make it check to check?
What?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Swear to God. I said, so who's running this town then? Because
That's the mayor. And
why
the
is
fucking-
my bill paying one of your checks? And think of how many people live in this fucking town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where's the money going? When they
They're
have
embezzling it.
when they have a wheel down at the fire station that produces electricity for free.
Or all the fucking solar panels.
Yeah,
that they
or all the
just
people with generators. And there's 4 different electric companies in
Yeah.
town.
made. Yeah, that's a bunch of fuck. Do you know that up at the hand plant, do you know that we found a hole that went into 3 tunnels?
What's the hand plant?
It's the one that they tore up over by my house. But
Oh,
yeah. So then you walk further back, and they just made a makeshift fucking bridge thing so that people could walk across it from the train. And we'll have to go see it. And they're burying plastic on his property. Not only that, but the hole underneath where his the garage was to that hand plant, they didn't have to fill it in. We had to fill in that hole, a 5-story or 2-story
Careful,
underground
Ollie.
hole that we had to fill that in and pay for.
And tore your fucking building
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
That you were in the middle of redoing.
All because of my name. That was my name involved.
And what's so bad about your fucking name?
Oh, because I've been in trouble with cops and because I'm defiant.
Well, you probably gets weed from somebody in Mount Auburn.
It's fucked
And
up.
I seen a text message that was sent to his phone saying, you know, I'm being sex trafficked and stuff. And he said there's nothing that he can do about it. So unless someone was intercepting that and he didn't get it and it really wasn't him,
Which I don't
what the
think.
fuck is going on? And I heard there was an anhydrous tank buried out by
Oh.
Marvin Lindsay on Parmiter's land. And when I asked about my dog's friend, or my friend's dog, because it was lost out there, and I asked him if he had any footage of the dog, and he goes, "How did you know I have a camera? And how did you know that was my property?"
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And then out at Minneesima, they have a walk-in cooler thing that probably costs like $25,000 that you keep frozen product that you know, like McDonald's almost. And it says Benton County property, blah blah blah. Nobody even camps out there except for like this year. There was a lot of people out there in the beginning, and it seemed like a family event, like it was just planned and like set up. And I asked Parmenter, not the cop, but his brother. I said, "What's that for?" And he said, "To keep wood in." I said, "Oh, why are you keeping wood in a fucking closed box anyway? Isn't it supposed to be vented?
Yeah.
And there's nobody that camps out there, and how are you gonna get in?" And he
Right.
said, "Curious, what do you think it was for?" I said, "Well, either gold or drugs, but I don't want to know because I've seen a lot of movies." But like, if you're gonna have an anhydrous tank and you're gonna have a bunch of antidote, you better be fucking sharing with me
Yep.
instead of giving us this cut fucking shit with fentanyl in it, killing everybody, and then sending them to a clinic and getting them on methadone or
Yeah.
some whatever the fuck because they're
It's boxing.
yeah, and that's just as bad.
It is. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Or I don't know.
And Big Pharma's funded by, or the colleges that the doctors go to, it's funded by Big Pharma. They don't want them to know that all you have to do is eat apple seeds to cure cancer and prevent cancer, or dandelion root, or, you know, any fucking kind of seed. Oh, they say there's cyanide in the apple seed. Well, you know how many apple seeds you have to eat in order for it to be toxic? It says anywhere from 100 to 1,000. Who the fuck is going to eat that many fucking seeds?
Right.
Because think of how much money they would lose if we didn't have cancer
yeah.
and we weren't sick and fucking
Yeah.
we were healthy. They'd be out of business. Well, how much more money do you need, and how can you be okay to sleep at night knowing you're killing people on purpose?
Yeah.
And you
as
have
long
all
as
the
they're
money
right.
that you can do anything with. What the fuck is your problem?
How about the preservatives that they put in our food?
Yeah,
It's
we
all
need to start living off the fucking land.
We do.
And we need to fucking build this bottoms up movement.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Dr. Shiva's gonna wonder why I got all these signatures and nobody shows up to my open houses.
Oh man. Yeah. It is.
But like,
Okay, so after one more thing, they came and took my panels like a couple months ago. They came into the panels that we had. Did I tell? Did I say that?
the window ones.
No, the panels. The
Oh,
city
okay.
came and took my panels. After.
And they did the same thing to Jim Gill at his fucking hill.
Yep.
Sold his truck, took it off his property, blah, blah, blah.
Took all the tools that were in the truck.
Yeah.
And then a trailer that was taken from the Osbornes later on, like a couple years later, got pulled over and they ran the plate or whatever, and it came back to the Osbornes. And so when they called the Osbornes, he was like, "Well, that was taken in a whatever." When they came and did the search warrant.
Did an
on the house.
illegal search warrant.
Yep, and yeah, they sold it, and they're supposed to take that shit off. If they scrap something of yours, they're supposed to take that off the final bill, whatever that they charge you the $40,000 if they charge the Osbornes. I think
Well,
it was
they
around
should make a flat
40,000,
charge.
and then tacked it onto their property taxes so that they couldn't pay their property taxes. But I think that something happened there, and they had to take it off because it was illegal. But yeah, I don't. On a commercial property, you should be able to have materials. It hasn't been 5 years, which
Yeah,
is
it's your fucking land.
you should. Yeah, it's my fucking land, my property. The city don't fucking pay my rent. You know, on my property. This is bought and paid for. I can have whatever the fuck I want on my fucking property. If my neighbors don't like it, fucking move.
Well, and
If you want to live so prim and proper, go out to the fucking country where you're alone. Problem solved.
yeah, and that one,
Sure.
I I think it's God's land anyway, so who
Yeah.
has any right to fucking charge anybody any amount of money for the land that he provided to us for free?
Exactly. Well, yeah, not for free, but
And everyone should go to Christopher Columbus's diary journal that he wrote every day about the Indians and how he stole the gold from them.